chances are that amazing architectural portfolio that you put tons of hours in just isn't solving a business problem. Architectural partners are looking at your portfolio with a business mindset because that's what they're doing. They're running a business. And in this video, what I want to do is help you redraft, recreate your portfolio with this business frame mindset, because that is how you're going to get interviews. I've been a recruiter for almost a decade, and a lot of that time has been spent within architecture. I've reviewed thousands of portfolios. I've had hundreds of hours of brutally honest conversations with partners. And this, I've found, is the most important aspect of what is missing. We're going to get very high level, very strategic in this video. We're not even going to open a portfolio. What I want to help you do is get inside the mind of a partner and understand what it is they're looking for. And in future videos, I'm going to show you how to actually do that with a view of getting a job and also getting the job you want. The first thing I think most candidates don't understand when they're applying is that hiring is risky. A lot of times you think of companies as these big faceless organizations, and certainly there are ones, there's tens of thousands of employees, but at the end of the day, at each and every juncture, hiring is risky. Not only, let's say you're looking for $100,000, not only is there the salary, but there's the benefits, the government remittances, depending on where you are, the hardware, the software, the overhead, marketing, lighting, coffee, jubes, whatever you want at your firm, all these wonderful things that everybody asks for, accounting, etc., etc. So your $100,000 salary is probably at minimum around $150,000. Then you actually have the opportunity cost of hiring the wrong person. Then you have training. Then you have resources. Let's say as a smaller firm, the partner has to actually spend time training you. Then you actually have the risk, really, of hiring the wrong person and they mess up your client, or they cause another person to leave because they're such a disgruntled person. Or what happens a lot of the time, candidates lie and they say they've got all this experience, but they don't. So they have to be strategic. They have to be thoughtful. They have to measure 2, 3, 4 times and cut once. If I came up to you and asked you for $100,000 for an investment for Recruitment Confidential, it's a new business, and I'm going to be great, right? You might be like, that's a lot of money. Oh boy. You might say, let me get back to you. I'll think about it. This is what's happening in the hiring process, right? Sure, someone might have a job posting, right? But at the end of the day, you are a complete stranger sending your material asking for what, $50, $60, $100, $200,000 investment. It's a lot of money. And so by extension, your portfolio needs to be a business document first and foremost. Again, in the second video, we'll get into how to actually do that, but I just wanted to really anchor this most important point, that it is messy, it's dynamic, and it's not always personal, but sometimes it is, because your portfolio is not doing the job that it should do, which is prove that you can help solve a business problem above and beyond your salary and all those other things. The second point that's absolutely crucial to understand before we get into the how of doing it is understanding who you're sending these to. Whether you're a hiring manager or an architectural manager, partner, these people are busy, right? If you're in HR, not only are you doing recruiting, probably across multiple roles, but you're also dealing with HR procedure, hiring, firing. You might be in some sort of deposition, God knows. And you also have your own life as well. Your love life, your family life, your hobbies, exercise, and then if you're a partner, you're actually running the whole firm. You got marketing, you've got finances, you've got client stuff, you've got training, you've got lunch and learns, you've got, again, your own personal life on top of all of that. You maybe want to exercise, you want to do all these things. So these people are busy. They're not spending 20 minutes, painstakingly going through everything on your portfolio, right? They're skimming at best. And so you need to understand this to make sure that you are putting your best stuff in there. And best, again, everybody says this on the internet, put your best stuff. Well, what does that mean? Again, we're going to get into that in the second video, but I want you to understand why you need to do it that way. It's because the people are busy. The third point that is crucial to understand is most candidates go at the job search looking for things, right? They want to go into a new vertical. They want to get more money. They want to get a new title. They want to, grow. Everybody wants to grow, right? When you go in with this posture of only seeking what you want out of it, it's not good. The reality is you should be looking to add value. At the end of the day, you are the one looking for a job, right? If you want exactly what you want all the time, then you have to open your own firm. If you're looking for a job, you do have to somehow fit into an existing culture, into an existing firm. And so the reality is, it's not all about what you want. You have to fit in. The fundamental shift in mindset from I'm looking for this, I want that, I do, is to what do I have to offer to this firm, to that firm? And it's going to change per firm, right? Oh, I see that this firm does high-rise residential, but they've also started to get into institutional a little bit. I saw this thing on the website over there. I really think that because I have this institutional work and also I've got some high-rise, I think I'd be a really good fit. So I can add my technical expertise and upfront design development for institutional work while also helping them project manage their high-rise. This is the way you start to solve business problems. You start to come in giving as opposed to taking, and really switching the conversation from one of looking and searching to adding. And when you go in with this posture into an interview, you present your portfolio, you present your resume as adding something, the conversation switches from, hey, I'm looking for a job, can you hire me, to we need to get this person on. They can add real value. We need them. Okay, do whatever it takes. Want Joe or Sally or whoever you are. That is the fundamental shift. Hiring is risky, it's messy, it's expensive, and that it's dynamic. So don't take it personally, but also really do your best to show that you understand what their business problems are and how you can solve them. And 2, understand that these people are busy and that you need to solve them clearly, swiftly, and be very, very precise with how you solve them. And then the third thing is show that you can actually add value specifically for their firm. And again, in the second video, I'm going to get you how to actually do that specifically, but I do believe that this mindset shift is very fundamental. So this is very high level. The second video is going to be high level as well. You can visit recruitmentconfidential.com to download the free portfolio toolkit. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.